I started feeling sleepy, but I wasn't worried. I trusted him. He wouldn't do anything to harm me. My instincts were against this, but I wasn't in my right senses. I was completely mesmerized. He kept smiling at me without saying a word. Then I realized I had told him a lot about me. But he hadn't said anything about himself. He didn't say much. His sentences were always precise and to the point. He smiled gently and slowly. He was polite and at the same time had this look in his eyes that made me shudder, a look of danger. He called my name softly. It tickled my ears when he said it. I had already accepted a sip of his drink and was starting to wonder if there was something in it. For a brief moment, I was worried he might have drugged me. I dismissed the thoughts immediately and waited for him to ask for my number. If he didn't, I would wait for him till the morning and hope he would drop it or something. I wanted to connect with him afterward. I just wanted to see him again. I hadn't been this relaxed in a while. Sleep came slowly and then all at once. When I woke up, I was all alone. For a moment, I thought I had been dreaming. It was all too good to be true. It must have been a dream. I lay there on the bench, holding back tears. I could feel the loneliness closing in on me. I was so alone in the world, sad and alone. I couldn't move for a few minutes. I stayed there. I didn't want to move. The sun was just starting to rise, and imagine it was around 6 in the morning. I estimate I got about 2 to 3 hours of sleep. I was back in reality. As I stood up, I felt something on me, an extra piece of clothing. It was at that moment I realized I hadn't been dreaming. I remember him putting on his jacket on me last night. It was cold and he was a gentleman. Scary, but still a gentleman. Something was strange, though. There was another piece of clothing neatly folded under my head. It looked like the sweater he was wearing last night. He must have taken it off to make a pillow for me while I was asleep. Something within me wished he kissed my forehead last night while I was asleep. I had already started to fantasize about it. I got up and looked outside, but there was nobody there. The stranger had mysteriously disappeared into the night. Just like he came, he was gone. The one I didn't lose. I kept the 2 pieces of clothing he left me. I was going to keep them as long as I could. I would wear them every night when I felt alone in this world. It reminded me that even in a cruel world with lost souls, in a strange place that felt far from home, yet so close, in a place full of people, yet all alone, I was never alone. It gave me hope. It reminded me of a utopian night, unblemished by the imperfections of this cruel world. A love story only I was aware of, a lover I never had, a relationship that didn't fail because it never started. A fantasy that couldn't be judged because it was never lived. The freedom I was free to express because no one knew and no one could judge me. A universe of my own making. A smile no one could interpret. I never knew his name. It didn't matter. A name wasn't important. He's perfect as the stranger. That way, I could never forget, and I would never be alone.